Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, as always, before I begin with this lesson, I want to start it off by giving all the glory and infinite praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, or Kaha Kadash. Double honor to the elders and the apostles of that millstone. Peace and blessings be to all the Akim now pushing this word in truth and sincerity. Shalom and Yahweh Hashem Ashah Brakathon. So I'm entitled this lesson, This Shit Ain't Forever. Exactly like that. You know what I mean? Because I was just meditating on, this highlighted section of James the 5th chapter that I got pulled up. You know what I mean? And it lines up exactly with, what brothers are going through. You know what I mean? Because shit, I noticed, just by watching, brothers' lessons, brothers is going through shit. You know what I'm saying? Brothers is catching hell shit, including myself. You know what I mean? And I ain't gonna go through it or say everything that I'm going through. But this shit is nonstop. You know what I'm saying? And I remember I was watching the brothers in Kansas City, and they was getting into how, we all have a season of trial. You know what I'm saying? Being tried, and sometimes it seems like this shit don't even let up. You know what I mean? And that's why you gotta remember, men such as Job himself. You know what I'm saying? Because shit, Job, he was a righteous man. He ain't do no wrong, and Yahweh Shemel Shai still put him, to the test. You know what I'm saying? Put him through that fire. So how much more us? Because shit, we go off every day. You know what I mean? But hey, bros, this shit ain't forever, man. This little hell that we catching, whatever that we going through, this shit all gonna come to an end, real soon, man. All right, but I want to go ahead and read this real quick. It says, "Be patient, therefore, brother, until the coming of the Lord." You know what I mean? This truth, you know what I'm saying, it requires patience. You know what I mean? The scripture speaks about how, the race is not for the swift. You know what I mean? Shit, you got to be long-winded in this truth. You know what I mean? And what the Lord is going to do is he's going to put you through different, you know what I mean, spiritual, conditioning camps, so to speak, drills, to harden your spirit. All right? It says, "Behold, the husbandman, which is a farmer, someone who grows crops and, stuff like that, waited for the precious fruit of the earth. Whatever, he plants, whether that's corn, cotton, whatever, watermelon, that's what he's waiting on. And it says, and have long patience for it until he received the early and latter rain." So, somebody who's a farmer, you know what I mean, they understand that, as soon as they plant that seed, a watermelon ain't just gonna sprout up. You know what I mean? Being a farmer, that requires patience. You know what I mean? And this is a similitude, right? Which proves that is verse 8. It says, "Be ye also patient and establish your hearts," right? Meaning your mind. You know what I'm saying? Have your mind set on this thing, man. "For the coming of the Lord draweth nigh." You know what I mean? So as you see, the Lord had made a similitude, between a husbandman who waited, for the, his fruit, his crops, so to speak. And also us that's being in this truth, waiting on Yahweh Shai to come back, man. You know what I'm saying? This thing requires patience. It says, "Grudge not one against another, brother, lest ye be condemned. Behold, the judge standing before the door. Take, my brethren, the prophets who have spoken in the name of the Lord for an example of suffering, affliction, and of patience." And you have many prophets that have suffered affliction, and they was patient, as they were suffering that affliction. And Job, he's a good example, man. All right, Salaki, I was finna sneeze, Salaki, but when you read Job the first chapter, Job the second chapter, them are the two main chapters that goes into what he was going through, man. And he was casting hell shit. His rib, you know what I'm saying? She basically turned her back on the Most High, because of what he was going through. You know what I mean? His children that got put to death. He had boils all over his body and shit. All his, riches was taken from him. Everybody looked at him crazy and shit. You know what I mean? We got to take, we got to, learn from, the patience they kept and their afflictions, man. It says, "Behold, we count them happy which endure. Ye have heard of the patience of Job and have seen the end of the Lord." And what was the end of the Lord? The Lord had blessed Job for standing steadfast, man. The Lord had blessed him more than what he even had prior. And Job was a rich man. And it says that the Lord is very pitiful and of tender mercy. You know what I mean? And like I said, I was just thinking about, the shit that brothers is going through, because I personally, you know what I mean, call back home because I'm finna have to slide back to Texas, and it's always some shit. You know what I mean? I'm going through shit now, and I'm finna go through even more shit, you know, going back home. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I had to take this walk and just meditate, man, because, you know, hey, you know, this shit ain't forever. You know what I mean? And the water you have by my shot for that. You know what I mean? You brothers, you know, whatever y'all going through, hey, man, you know, keep pushing. You know what I'm saying? Take that shit on the chin and just keep it moving, because, you know, this is all hard on us. You know what I mean? And then the Lord, hey, you know what I mean? The Lord is pleased, you know what I'm saying, when you endure your afflictions, man. Because not too many people can go through what we going through and keep doing what we doing. You know what I mean? The motherfucker in the world will, you know what I'm saying, you know, lose a family member, you know, won't be able to pay their bills or whatever, and they won't go out to the highways and the byways, but we still do those things, man. You know what I'm saying? Through the spirit and power you have by Shema Shai. So, hey, man, you know, y'all just keep pushing, and, you know, we almost out this bitch, man. All right, so, you know, with that being said, Lord willing, you know, the lesson was edifying and uplifting, you know, comforting, and that the point is proven. All right, Shalom and Abba Baba.